Hello and welcome. Now obviously you're here for another episode of Bakemonogatari, and well, in the previous episode it left off on a rather sweet note, and Hitagi and Araragi was, they were on a date, and she had managed to open herself up and admit that she was afraid of, growing to hate him. Because, you should know the backstory to Senjukahara. If not, I would suggest going back to the first few episodes and gaining that information. But it was a touching moment, and one that is kind of filled with actual human emotion. And on top of everything else, the Monogatari series has so far been able to pull the right heartstrings when it wants to. But also, considering that it is Bakemonogatari, I'm assuming this episode isn't going to have the same almost jovial tune to it. But obviously, I'm just going to have to hurry up and start the show, so hopefully you're all ready and comfortable. Grab yourself a snack, and we'll get into Bakemonogatari. Ah, I see, the cat ears and Hanakawa. So we're getting another cat storyline, are we? To be fair, you can't go wrong with Nekos a lot of the time. And he's in a very good mood considering the events that have just unfolded around him. And it's about to be ruined. It's been a long time since we've seen Hachikushi. I am worried for her. To be fair, don't blame her at all. God, I love their interactions. It's not the best way to greet someone. Okay, various more alterations on the phrase. Yeah. Is she not going to mention any of the other characters that have been introduced? We didn't really pick her to begin with, she chose him, but... Despite... There are aspects of her personality which are difficult to agree with, I guess. I guess. Are we getting... a Shinobu arc now. Well, she did get upset when Oshino ate some donuts a long time ago, so... Was it the wrong idea, though? Or does it fall completely within his personality? As much as she appears to dislike the interactions to begin with, I'm guessing she actually enjoys his company. But I guess she can't get in too much trouble considering that she is a ghost and not many people will be able to even see her. You see, I'm unsure on this song. Because it's in the genre of music that I enjoy, but... It's not bad, obviously, because there hasn't been a single bad intro so far. Black is, but she was white in the other one, wasn't she? We had the Shiro Neko. Yeah. I'm guessing that the was she in pajamas? And whatever caused her to turn into a cat has reappeared. Don't lie. I like it. Well, it'll be odd if he didn't imagine it. But like anyone else, can't admit it. Was that his busted bike from before? You can at least finish dismounting. And I'm guessing she's wearing the hat to hide cat ears. It's usually how it goes, isn't it? Did she? At least Senjukuhara can be trusted to handle like school life and whatnot. I guess in a way to try and diffuse the situation, he pulls out a stupid, perverted joke. Yeah, sure. So the memories she had from when she attacked her parents. Did she have amnesia or something? Mm-hmm. That definitely means that there's a resurgence in whatever is caused it originally. When in doubt, go to Meme. Does he have an idea of how to handle it straight away, though? Along with school, does he have the time to learn about all the different aberrations? I understand that, not wanting to get anyone else involved when it might be nothing, but holding on to it can obviously make things worse. Mm-hmm. Well, there's a lot of things that in media are a lot easier than they are in real life. And she missed out a line in the middle of the letter there. I'm trying to see what they're trying to do with this letter story thing that she's. What Is this actually referencing the reason she called him over in the first place? He's quite knowledgeable on that game. Or is she trying to put off having the difficult conversation? Oh. Well, that's one thing I don't need to be told about the kanji now. Usually video rental places have several copies of the same thing so that this kind of situation doesn't happen, but I guess it depends on the size of the establishment. Finally! Referring to his first statement, but following through with it. Is he attributing more help to her than she actually gave, or is it actually, well, it's her, so she probably did. Yeah, I can see that. Quite a good joke, but you're still trying to evade. Okay. How do they function properly biologically, or have her original ears disappeared? Questions that you don't actually need to worry about. Hmm. Start pedaling? He does step in and help basically anyone in need. Yeah, he does seem to be drawn towards females. part of the storyline which I don't know much about. Actually, there's old versions of vampires had a slight hypnotic gaze. One of the things about vampires that have somewhat got lost recently, depends on the iteration and the source material, obviously. A lot of things, yes. Everything, no. And to someone who's already having a lot of self-doubt, that kind of statement doesn't help. Kind of counterintuitive, but... Does he know that Shinobu is off finding donuts? And he should remember her past afflictions and realise what's going on. I am curious as to why he was lighting a campfire. I don't think much of what he does is for the sake of it. I'm trying to understand this back and forth. Did he just knock her out? Well, put her to sleep, but... Well, yes, Araragi is going to enjoy it, but... Are they all connected? Is that what that meant? Go straight to the cat. Is that what he's meaning? First time I've heard that nickname. I do like this art style at the end here. Simple block shapes. I still don't know how I feel about the... I don't even know what you would call it. You know, when they introduce syllables into words to make it sound cute and whatnot, and in the case for the cat, it's obviously like nya or meow kind of sounding things. Like, I know the subtitle said meowster. I'm guessing they're Aragi's sisters, but we haven't really seen them in any kind of storyline, really. I realised that a lot of this episode I wasn't really saying much, but there was also a lot that I needed to try and wrap my head around, and I don't know if I did. I think the main part that I say that is not a lot really happened. You could probably condense the entire episode into a 5-minute chunk, but then there's a lot more information and exposition in there that I've got to try and unpack. We already know that the cat version of Hanakawa kind of almost works on base instinct and works to alleviate and help Hanakawa's problems and stress, one of which causes being her parents, hence why they were attacked. So, I'm guessing the point here now is to ask the cat directly is, what is the issue, why are you back? What needs to be sorted out? I'm glad to see Hachikuchi again, even if it was for a rather brief and ultimately it was just a expedition and plot thread dump, wasn't it? Oh, here's Hachikuchi, but she's only really here to say Shinobu got out and is trying to get some donuts, which is obviously going to lead into something, but I didn't think they would be getting back into Hanakawa's cat storyline arc thing quite so soon, but also they introduced and wrapped it up really succinctly, really quickly in previous episodes, so I guess it didn't have the same kind of build-up that some of the other arcs did. So revisiting it in such a short amount of time isn't so jarring and like you're covering old territory. Mainly because we kind of skipped over it. And considering that there's still quite a lot that I have no idea what's going on surrounding this particular aberration, I think I could deal with a few more episodes just covering the basis of what's actually occurring. Although I wasn't too happy with Araragi lying to Senjugahara. Mainly because, you know, I get it. It's to not make her worry or think anything, but wasn't the part of the main thing she was on about originally is not to hide secrets from her and lie? And considering her state of mind, you'd probably be best to actually take heed of those. With the power of hindsight, I can say that, but then again, take my own life as an example. Yeah, I don't even follow my own rules, so... Who am I to judge or pass judgment? Even when you think it's trying to protect someone. Well, you never know the true consequences of your actions until you've lived it. And unfortunately for us, well, as far as we know, we don't have script writers for our lives. Although that would explain why it's kind of so messed up. There you go, you can have another glimpse into the inner workings of my mind, and hopefully you enjoyed the episode. And will join me again for the next one, which hopefully will have some answers. Now, it may not feel like you're doing a lot, but if you did actually enjoy the content, you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, and your actions aren't actually inconsequential because it does actually make a large difference, especially to the YouTube algorithms. And right now, yeah, that's quite big considering YouTube is a vast place. Now, obviously, I've run out of time once again. Goes without saying, don't sneak up and molest any ghosts that you come across, because why do I even need to tell you why? But on that note, you guys out there should strive to stay awesome and get some rest, and I'll catch you in the next video.